Shadow of Mordor is an open-world action game set between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. You play as Talion, a ranger brought back from the dead, bound to a rave, on a mission on vengeance deep in the heart of Mordor. In this challenge, I'm limiting myself to using only the bow. No swords, no stealth kills. But that doesn't mean I can't get creative. Just a bow, careful aim, and a lot of patience. Here are the rules. I'm only allowed to use the bow for combat, normally no stealth takedowns. I can use the environment, like explosive barrels or beast cages, as long as I trigger them with the bow. If the game absolutely forces me to use something else to progress, I allow it, but only when there's no other way. Let's see if one bow is enough to survive Mordor's darkness. If you're into this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. The game starts with Talion waking up right next to his dead son, but this was all a dream, and he was alive.
Killing chicken.
I played with my son for a bit until he turned himself into an orc.
I'll have your guts.
And there was my first burden. The game wanted me to execute the orc. Well, I didn't have my bow yet. I could say it's allowed to use anything until I receive my bow, but I tried to kill as few as possible. So I waited, and after a minute, the camera started shaking violently, and the Uruk stood up. My son dealt with the remaining orcs while I ran away.
Dance on beaches in Anfalas, sleep in moonlit fields of...
Somehow, I found myself with my wife somewhere else, and now I had to kill 3 Uruks stealthily.
Stealth is my only advantage.
I could kill 2 by taking them as a meat shield, but sadly there was no way around killing the last one. As I killed him, my family got captured, and then executed.
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Curse binds us together within the walls of Arda. We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
Overwhelmed by what just happened, I jumped down the tower. And finally received the famous bow. Because I only had 4 arrows, I had to hit every shot, or reload the game. Another unworthy Uruk sneaked up on me, didn't stand a chance, and mumbled something about a slaver. This whole interrogate thing is also a huge part of the Nemesis system. By interrogating Uruks, you can gather information about enemy captains and war chiefs, including their identities, strengths, weaknesses, and locations. This helps you plan your approach more effectively. But if you do this, Talion just fucking kills them right after. But luckily, this time he doesn't kill him. The Uruk just runs away. And with that, the prologue was finished. First things first, I grabbed just enough Miriam points to unlock 2 more arrows, because 4 just doesn't get me far. I identified Gimu and started to take out the archers for the bonus objective. But then a new problem appeared. There are 2 ways to get arrows. You can pick up the ones marked on the minimap, or you can drain them from enemies. But that also damages them, and that's not allowed. So really I can only go with option 1, which means every arrow matters. I killed Gimu and met Hirgon. Oh, and there's Gollum. I followed him, saved some slaves, and found out something about the past of my ghost friend. Some Uruks followed us, and because of that stupid tutorial, I got jumped by a Caragor. Gollum spilled the beans, and since it was so important for Talion to find the Dark Lord, he decided to do some side quests. I freed an Uruk called Redback, and in return he snitched on everyone. The main threats are the war chiefs, but first Redback needed help with Captain Goro, the Caragor tamer, who fears Caragors. Okay. And of course, he can't be damaged by arrows. After searching, I finally found him, and conveniently, there was a Caragor right next to him. I opened the cage and he started running away. But of course, the Caragor attacked everyone except him. So he ran and ran, until I remembered that fleeing captains can be tackled. So I dragged him the entire way back, and luckily, the Caragor despawned. I dragged him right in front of the cage and saw how he get eaten alive. And with that, Redback got promoted. But this isn't where it ends. Redback needed more power and got captured again. I started killing anything that moved and was greeted by Brock the Twin, who is also immune to ranged attacks. So I kited him to the nearby fortress and started to take him out. Oh, He wasn't allowed to die. I know, it says at the top that he needs to be interrogated, but it was worth a try. After baiting him into another trap, I started to suck him out.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
He went to sleep, and I freed Redback yet again, just to be captured seconds later. Mock, Brock's twin, found out I killed his brother, so he needed to die. I did some side quests, upgraded my bow, and met up with Thurgon. He wanted his blasting powder back, and now I had to follow him. He kept yapping about his blasting powder, but first I had to free his men. Thurgon came up with a great idea, poisoning the Uruks. So of course, I had to pick up the herbs. After picking up every herb, I started poisoning the Grogs, and found Thurgon's wife, but didn't care. I had nothing else to do, so I went to see what Gollum was up to.
It is so fine a gift.
Little thief! Come here!
It was a trap.
A ghoul.
And after killing the first Todd, a tutorial popped up. You can only proceed if you press the given button, which led to me killing 54 ghouls. Luckily, the tutorial only shows up once, so after reloading, I could fight the ghouls without any special attacks. But not so fast. I failed to take out enough ghouls with the explosive barrels nearby and didn't have enough arrows to finish the rest. But in the end, I made it. I collected Marmirion to upgrade my bow to hold 10 arrows, and continued with the main quest by killing the remaining war chiefs. My first target was Arthur the Pain Lover, but for him to appear, I needed to kill 35 Uruks. I really struggled to maneuver through the strongholds, and managing my arrows was a nightmare. Arthur was, of course, immune to arrows, but he had a fear of burning, so I set some Uruks on fire, snatched him, and watched as he got brutally killed by his own kind. It's kinda hard to find the war chiefs without intel, but luckily there are also slaves who can give you intel, and I don't need to kill them. I found one, got intel on the next war chief, Vagabuk the Corrupt, and made my way to him. He arrived, and I started spamming him with arrows. Of course, I ran out of arrows, and he ran away. Very fast. So I hunted him again, and this time he couldn't flee.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
I searched for Gollum, but he somehow vanished. But little did he know, we can see his glowing cum tray all over Mordor. The tray led us into a cave, where that thing lived.
Birmingham is a fucking shithole! I hate the fucking place!
At the end of the cave, we found another artifact.
Only you could accomplish such art, Celebrimbor.
And finally learned the truth. Our ghost friend is none other than
Greatest smith of the Second Age.
the Grog came back, and now I had to escape the cave. That's when my next problem appeared. Yet another tutorial. I needed to perform a Shadow Strike, which normally stuns Uruk, but instantly kills ghouls. And I couldn't move until I did it. At first I thought the game was forcing me to kill again without a bow. But then I discovered something. Maybe I could Shadow Strike a ghoul right under the Grog, just before he attacked. Well, if I did it too late, the Shadow Strike got cancelled and Talion just stepped forward awkwardly. I still could move, but I could roll. Of course, this didn't help me. But if I timed it just right, the animation played, Talion teleported, but the kill didn't count. I guess the Grog killed the ghoul during the animation, so technically I didn't kill it. But seconds later, I accidentally killed the ghoul. And not long after, again. I finally made it out of this shithole and started to hunt the last war chief.
Plucked me right in the ass. Oh.
He tanked my arrows, and I met up again with Thurgon. He wanted to destroy the huge-ass monument of Sauron, so I cleared out every guard. Because apparently they are too incompetent to do it themselves. They couldn't even move the cart properly, so I had to do it too. The monument went boom, and the Black Captain finally reveals himself.
Fortunately, you are still alive.
Thank God, he wasn't immune to arrows, so I started blasting. But then I got interrupted by some random Uruk who just straight up killed me. The Black Captain went down eventually, but I realized I couldn't finish him with the arrows. So I had to use the sword. Technically, it's a broken sword from Talion's son. So technically, I didn't kill him, so I allow it. I met a woman called Lotharia, but I'm only interested in men. She brought me to the mysterious queen who instructed me to find a new relic from the past.
The elven craftwork from the ghouls.
After fumbling the cave section several times, I finally found it.
We are betrayed. Its power blazes like a beacon, and will bring ruin to all Middle-earth.
While having a trip, a ghoul matron sneaked up on us, but thankfully, with my infinite arrow supply, I just spammed him to death. Just to stab another ghoul right after. I made it out and met a dwarf. The queen yapped something about taking over Mordor,
and claim Mordor.
but I wasn't listening. I went straight to my next objective, totally ignored the tutorial, didn't read the mission objective, and failed. So I marked the archers and freed the captives. Back with the queen, she now instructed me to mark an orc leader and make him a war chief. And of course, it had to be the most annoying one. Grublik sits on a small land island. Of course, he can't leave the island. And of course, he is immune to arrows. There's a fireplace nearby, but it doesn't do enough damage to dominate him. So my only option was to ban the Uruks nearby and have them attack him. And of course, this didn't went smoothly.
Ficken, ey, Mann, ich schieß auch daneben wie der größte Spacken.
I finally branded him and helped him gain power. After that, the only thing left was to kill the current war chief, so Grublik could take his spot. I made my way to the stronghold, Grublik started tweaking, and the war chief got stabbed in the back. The queen also started tweaking, so Lotharia destroyed the ward. With that done, I had a new objective, brand every war chief. But first, I did some more side quests to upgrade my bow. I met up with Grublik again, who gave me intel on the next war chief. I dominated him and made quick progress to the next target. He wasn't a big deal because he had fear of betrayal. That meant I already had 3 out of 5 war chiefs branded. Everything was going smoothly and I wasn't planning to stop now. Unfortunately, he was yet again immune to arrows, but at least not to explosions, so after 3 quick booms, he got branded too. The last one was Musglob the Greedy, and he was annoying as hell. Can't be damaged by arrows, kills monsters fast and is resistant to their attacks, and also becomes enraged when burning. I really tried my best, but nothing worked, so I let my minions do the dirty work and killed him. Right after that, his follower took his place, and died seconds later. The following war chief was, surprise, immune to arrows, but he had a fear of Caragors. Luckily for me, there were 3 Caragors chilling right next to him. I lured him close to the cages, freed the beast, and branded him. Talion, controlled by his dick, decided he needed to help Lotharia. I cleared the area without triggering the alarm and...
Not much to look at, are you? Wonder what's under...
Yes. Take this to the Queen, immediately. Orc leaders plan a gathering by the fishing village. We can prepare an ambush.
A little bird told me that Lotharia hadn't returned from the infiltration mission, so the mighty Talion had to go investigate. And would you look at that, she got captured. I branded the Uruks in time, and now I had to escort her out of the stronghold. Talion simpered even harder for Lotharia, and now all that was left was to find the dwarf. Torvald tells me something about hunting.
It's not about rules, my captain.
I couldn't care less and just followed him. After a while, a new tutorial popped up. It showed me how to ride the Caragor, but I didn't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just coded that way. When the Caragor charges me, I can't perform the counter. I tried and tried. Eventually, after allowing myself to block its attack with the sword, I finally managed to mount it. I followed Torvald and together we killed some Uruks. I completely owned him, and at the end, I even had to rescue him. The smelly dwarf talked about his past, which I obviously ignored, and now it's Graug time. The Graug damaged himself by walking straight into the broken sword of Talion's dead son. Talion messed up and I climbed onto the Grog, while he hurt himself once more on the same damn sword. Out of nowhere, Uruks appeared, so I started blasting him with my bow. I dismounted, the Grog went completely feral, and together we finished the last orcs. Now it was time to kill the Grog. Luckily, there were a bunch of arrows nearby, so I gave the Grog the most painful death possible. And now, it was time to search for the legendary Grog who killed Torvin's hunting partner. Or in my eyes, finally find the last relic. We woke up and there he was, the legendary Grog. I had to shoot him while he charged at me, which caused him to slam into the wall. Then I could climb onto him and make him damage himself once again by walking into the sword. Luckily, he's damaging himself, otherwise this would be impossible for me. But then, of course, ghouls arrived. And yep, I accidentally stepped one again. I finished the quest, and now it was time to face the Black Hand. It was a final battle. Me, my branded war chiefs, and my nemesis, who I didn't even know existed. He wasn't immune to arrows, so honestly, no threat. The only threat was me, because I walked close to him and accidentally finished him. But then I killed him properly with my bow. Next up, the Black Hand. Suddenly, my in-game sound disappeared and the game crashed. He was just too powerful. I played through his illusions and I was forced to stealth drain him. Hey look, there's my dead wife who was murdered 10 years ago. Let's go to her. The Black Hand shoves my sword into himself, basically committing suicide. Meanwhile, the queen gets attacked and somehow Gollum is there too.
A goblin!
Handing me yet another relic.
Sauron knows we're here.
Let's not keep him waiting.
Before facing Sauron, I had to eliminate the talents of the Black Hand. They were no match for me, and I climbed the Black Gate.
I have a gift for you, Celebrimbor. Could you really rest for all of eternity, knowing that you had the chance to stop him, but did nothing? The time has come for a new ring.
And with that, Shadow of Mordor was finished. So the question is, can you beat Shadow of Mordor using only a bow? Well, in a certain way, yes you can. I hope you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, this would help me a lot. Have a good day and until next time.